Hey, so this week's podcast is a conversation between Joe Allison and composer John Mackey. And it's a really unusual podcast episode because it's really just the two of them talking about some things. And one of the things they talk about is this sort of very controversial conversation and debate that's been going on in the music world about music written for very young groups. We're talking about like grade 2 music, and there's this conversation going on about how just terrible it is, how it's bad music. So John and Joe talk really honestly about that, and Mr. Mackey has some really interesting insights on that anybody that works with a young band or has any connection with young students really should hear. And the point they kind of come to is that they don't demonize the music publisher or the composers or even the band directors choosing the music or the students. The trick is really, it turns out, the limitations of the students themselves. There's so much they simply cannot do. And a composer has so many limitations on them. And John Mackey talks about trying to write a young band piece and how difficult that was. But what's interesting is if you do have a young group, they offer suggestions on not only how you might get this music written, but what you can do and how to program for these young groups in ways that would be successful. So it's really worthwhile to listen to what they have to say about this. I think you'll find it really interesting. And we thanks a lot.